No, he did.
Get in and out of here. Walk off, baby.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank be Choppin, and we back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we're going to be doing right here is we're going to be doing a comb over. We trimming the top. I'm going to take the sides down to number 2, taper, line up the beard. I'm debulking the sides first with my number 4 guard, basically blending into the top without really blending into it. I'm really just floating that clipper once I get closer to the parietal ridge. We are going to trim the top still, so I'm really not focused on fading too much. I'm just trying to debulk this area just so I can see better of what the hair is doing. As you can see, he's got like hat hair, you know what I'm saying, like just hair going everywhere. So I'm trying to get the hair down first before I start anything. And as y'all saw in the opening clip, my boy was excited. We were watching the Astros game. The Astros ended up coming back and winning. It was game 1 of like the first series in the playoffs. I don't remember. But long story short, we ended up hitting the home run and coming back and winning. But nonetheless, man, as y'all can see, I have my client saturated. I have the top of his hair saturated. And what I'm doing is I'm going to start trimming the top. And as y'all can see, I'm setting my first initial guideline with my shear work coming forward. So like a mohawk type guideline. And I'm going to come all the way forward with it. And I'm taking off about half an inch or so. And then I'm just gonna go back and basically just make sure all that is that length, you know what I'm saying? We wanna make sure that we have a nice even guideline, because this is gonna be the guideline that I use for the top of my shear work. So now what I'm doing is I'm setting in sections coming the opposite way, still working my way back, but every time I pull up a section, I can see the initial guideline that I put in coming forward. So every section that I come up and bring up, I can see how much hair needs to be cut off. And we're gonna do this all the way to the back. And then we're gonna work our way over a little more. So as you can see, I'm working my way over to where I faded in with that number 4 guard. And then I'm just cutting all this down to where the 4 blends into the hair on top. And then I'm gonna do the same exact thing to the opposite side. So once again, guys, with every section that I bring up, I can see that initial guideline that I put in, that mohawk guideline that I put in. I can see the hair that was cut. Therefore, I know exactly how much hair I need to cut off, you know, when I'm setting in my sections coming this way. And I just want to give a big shout out to my boy Tito Beats, man. I ain't gave him a shout out in a minute, but he's been dropping some fire beats, man. So shout out to my boy Tito Beats. But now jumping back into this haircut, I got my number 2 guard. As y'all can see, I am using the gold magic clips, setting in my initial guideline with that number 2, because this is the length we're gonna keep on the sides. So I'm just coming all the way around my client's head with that number 2 guard, getting this all down to that length. And then we're gonna start to blend this out, you know, a little bit here in a second. But I want to make sure that I get it all down to that number 2 guard. Make sure I'm being really consistent with it, making sure that it's all down to that length. And as y'all can see in the back, his hair is going a lot of different ways. He has different growth patterns, cowlicks, all that stuff. So I got to make sure that I'm being consistent with it. Got to make sure I go over this hair in different angles. That way it gets down to that number 2. And now this is my 2 guard lever open, so basically making this a 2.5. And what I'm doing is I'm just blending, you know, blending into the top. So I'm going in with my 2.5, basically just pushing up this line slightly, you know, not like overdoing it, just pushing it up maybe half an inch or so, maybe a little more, you know, I don't even know honestly. But as y'all can see, it's just, I'm basically just trying to blend this into what I did earlier with that number 4 guard. And now here is my 3 guard lever open. And I'm just doing the same thing here, guys, just basically trying to blend into that number 4. And since we are keeping it kind of connected but kind of disconnected at the same time, you know, I'm trying to make sure that this blends into the top well. You don't see like a hard part or anything, or like an actual line of separation. So I'm just trying to be consistent with that and make sure that that blended into the top good. So now what I'm doing is same thing with the back area. Want to get all that down to my 3 guard. Well, I went in with my 3 open and then I closed it. Basically just trying to blend into that 4, and then I'm doing the same exact thing on this side of the haircut also. And as you can see, I just closed my lever right there just to make sure I blend it all together. And now I'm going back in with my number 4 guard lever closed. And I may adjust my lever here and there. I'm just trying to blend everything together. So basically after this 4 guard, everything should be blended. And as you saw me do right there in the back, I did have it open. And the reason for that was the way his hair was laying. I wanted to hit it a little longer. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to blend this all together with my 4. Because as y'all seen me do, I did my 2 and my 3. So now I'm just blending my 4 into the shear work. And then once this is done, we're gonna actually start our taper. So now, as y'all can see, I have my trimmers in my hand. These are the new wall gold detailers. I'm setting in my initial guideline. We are going to be doing a high taper, so I'm cutting off that whole C cup. Don't worry about no C cups right there, you know what I'm saying? And then since I have the trimmers in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and line him up behind the ear and over the ear, just because I feel that it's a little quicker for me when I do it this way, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it, but it's just, I already have the trimmers in my hand, so I might as well hit that line behind the ear anyways, right? And now I'm taking my my shaver. This is the A shaver from Stylecraft. I'm using this to bald out the side, bald out that taper area, and I'm going back in with my clipper lever all the way open, setting in another section. So what I'm going to be doing is coming up about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, using a slight flick out motion, and then I'm gonna blend this section out. So as y'all saw me do right there, I did just close my lever halfway. I'm working my way halfway into the section, and then I close my lever all the way, and I'm attacking that bottom line. Now I'm gonna go in with my 1 guard lever open, and I'm gonna basically do the same thing, going in with my 1, setting in another section, lever open, using a slight flick out motion, and then I'm gonna close my lever all the way, or I may adjust it slightly, but you know, as you see here, it's closed all the way now, and I'm gonna attack that bottom line, and then I'm gonna follow this up with my 1/2 guard, and I'm just gonna use some lever play to try to get this bottom line to become erased. Now here is my 1.5 guard. Want to make sure that I'm cleaning him up behind the ear and trying to blend the bulk of this blend, basically trying to blend this taper into the bulk of what I did earlier, you know what I'm saying, like the longer hair on top. So I'm taking my 1.5 guard open and just cleaning all that up using a flick out motion, really just trying to blend and float. And then I just close my clipper all the way, and I'm coming right below that, still cleaning him up behind the ear. You want to make sure you clean up the client behind the ear, guys. A lot of times when people do tapers, they leave it really bushy and really bulky behind the ear, and you want to clean that up to make sure it blends nicely. Now what I'm doing here is I'm gonna revert back to my 1 guard. Basically, I see some discrepancies. The blend isn't 100% there yet, so you know what I'm saying, your boy has to go back and clean it up just a little more, you know what I'm saying. Just have to go back and detail a little more just to make sure that my blend is good, that blend is popping before I move on to my next steps. And then, you know what, I said it still ain't where I want it to be at, so I'm gonna take that 1/2 guard and once again do some more detail work, clean all that area up. And now I'm going in with my clipper, no guard, just adjusting my lever as needed, doing some more detail work. And then this is my number 2 guard, basically just cleaning all this area up, you know what I'm saying, trying to blend this a little better. 1.5 guard again. And I know y'all probably thinking like, bro, you're changing your guards too much. People tell me that all the time, but these are just my steps, you know what I'm saying. This is just what I do. You don't have to do this. You can follow any other person and get their steps, but for me, these methods work. I get good blends. My clients love the way the haircuts look, so I'm gonna continue doing it, man, because it's what works for me, and what works for me may not work for the next person. So you know what I'm saying, watch a bunch of videos, man, especially if you're trying to learn. Make sure you're watching a bunch of videos to make sure that you're learning, you know what I'm saying. So that was my 1 guard, adjusting my lever as needed, and then here was my clipper open, doing some more detail work. All right, so now that that is done, we're gonna take the beard down. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't know exactly what number this is. I don't know if this is my 5 or my 6, but we're taking it down to that number, you know what I'm saying, getting it all down to that length, because he wanted it to be taken down, but he didn't want to take off a lot of length, but he did want it cleaned up. But he did ask me to put a guard on it. So this is my 5 or my 6, cleaning all that up, and then I'm gonna take my 1 guard lever open, clean up the mustache area. I don't like when people leave the mustache the same length as the beard, you know what I'm saying. I always suggest doing 1.5 on the mustache, regardless of what size, you know, the beard is. But now we're blending in the beard. I went in with my 1 guard open and then closed, and now I'm going in with just my clipper open and closed, adjusting my lever as needed. And then this is my 1.5 guard open and then closed, basically just blending all that together. And now that that is blended, we're gonna go ahead and start lining up my client. As you can see, I'm starting off in the middle, setting in my initial guideline, and then I'm working my way over to where his vertical bar is. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, oh man, you gave him a pushback. That, man, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You have to cut hair to give a lineup. You know what I'm saying? So you can call it a pushback. It is what it is. I ain't even worried about it, man. It's a professional pushback, like my boy 360 Jeezy says. But it is what it is, man. Like, I feel like I'm giving him a good haircut. So as y'all can see, I'm lining my client up, lining up that vertical bar. Don't got to worry about a C cup, because you know he don't got no C cups. We cut that off when we did the high taper, and now your boy's being extra and going back in and detailing some more. Once again, guys, I know these are a lot of steps. I know this isn't gonna work for everybody, and I know it may be time consuming for most people, but you can work fast, man. You can work through these steps pretty quickly. But now that that blend looks a little better, I'm gonna go ahead and start lining up my client's beard, working the back of the beard, trying to get a nice straight line all the way down, as y'all can see. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit the top of my client's beard. He wants to keep it pretty full on top, but not to where it looks too full, you know what I'm saying? He wants a nice curve to it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't want it to be pushed down too much. So we're trying to keep that natural line as natural as possible, but as clean as possible while trying to get that curve, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man, something about these beats in the background, something about this haircut. Your boy is really feeling itself right now. We're lining up the mustache, as y'all can see. And I do want to state that I did just reach 10K like 2 days ago. I haven't done a video on my giveaway yet, but I am doing a giveaway for 10K. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all aren't subscribed. We are going to be doing a giveaway here soon. I'll probably record my video either today or tomorrow, and then I'll be posting it probably Sunday-ish, you know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure to stay tuned, guys. But nonetheless, going back in, I did not record this side of the taper, but I recorded me lining up this side of my client. So I went in, took the beard down to that same length that I did on the opposite side. Now I'm blending the beard in. I went in with my 1.5 open and closed, and then my clipper open closed, and now I'm going in with my 1 guard open and closed just to blend that together. And then you know, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, but all we're doing is lining up my client, making this side match the opposite side. And if y'all aren't following me on Instagram, y'all make sure to go follow your boy, you know what I'm saying? Your boy has been putting in work on Instagram also. I post little tutorials on Instagram too, but obviously they're not as detailed as here on YouTube. But follow your boy on Instagram, man. Y'all know what it is, at @tank_B_choppin. Let's go. But now your boy is lining up that mustache area. Trying to keep it, you know, trying to get it nice and cleaned up. And then I am gonna show y'all how I did the back taper. I know I don't show that a lot, but that's what I'm doing here, guys. I'm balding out the back of my client. And once again, we are doing like a high taper, so we're not keeping it low. You know, we're bringing this up, going back in with the A shaver to get it all nice and bald. Now I'm going in with my clipper lever open, setting in my next section. I'm gonna blend this section out. So my clipper all the way open, then I'm gonna do halfway closed, and then all the way closed, and then we're gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? And the back taper came together a lot quicker than the side taper, and y'all gonna see it here in a second. So now here is my 1 guard lever open, setting in my next section using a slight flick out motion, same thing, and then I close my lever all the way, start attacking the bottom of that section. Now here is my half guard, doing some lever play to get this part of the blend to come together. And then once this is done, I'm gonna go in with my 1.5 guard, and as you can see, I'm cleaning all the top of this blend up. And this blend is already looking good, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do some small detail work at the bottom of this blend with my clipper, no guard, doing some slight lever play, just trying to get this blend to come together. Now what I'm doing here is I'm applying some pomade to my client's hair, and the reason why is because I wanna see how it looks before I start hitting them with them enhancements, before I take everything to the next level, before your boy goes Super Saiyan on this cut, you know what I'm saying? So we putting in that pomade, we're gonna comb his hair the way he wants it to be combed. We're gonna take a look at it, and then we're gonna just detail everything, add them enhancements, you know, the whole 9. Let's get it. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start applying my no drip by Tune 45. As you can see, I'm spraying enough to where it looks like a good hairline, but not to where it looks super fake. A lot of times people overspray. I don't like to overspray, man. I say a little bit goes a long way when it comes to enhancements. And as y'all saw, the cut already looked good. He didn't really need any enhancements, but I decided to add enhancements to take this haircut to the next level. And if you do want to purchase this no drip by Tune 45, you can go to the Tune 45 website. You can use my discount code TANK on tune45.com on anything they have on the website, whether it be the hair dye, the air compressor, enhancement cards, anything. But as y'all saw me do there, I just added some hairspray to my client's head, and then what I'm doing is now I'm adding some hair fibers. And the reason why I'm doing this is it's gonna give it a more natural, enhanced look, you know what I'm saying? So it's still enhancements, but I think the hair fibers just look a little more natural than just the dye itself. So I like to add the hair fibers over the dye just to help give a more natural look. And then once that is done, I'm gonna use that Tune 45 barber pencil. I'm using the nude side. We're gonna trace this hairline, make it look super sharp, and then we're gonna hit this with the trimmer and then the razor, and y'all gonna see the finished product. And man, like I'm excited for y'all because I feel like your boy's putting in work on this haircut and on this video. So yeah, man, we're just tracing the hairline with this barber pencil, getting everything lined up. And then now what I'm doing is I'm taking my trimmers, fading out that pencil, guys. I say this in a lot of my videos. You gotta make sure you fading out that barber pencil, man. Don't leave that barber pencil looking too dominant. You gotta blend that out, man. You don't want your client looking like an island boy, you know what I'm saying? You wanna blend that out, and it gives a nicer look, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that on this side, and then we're gonna do the same thing to the opposite side. We're gonna blend out that barber pencil with the trimmer. And once again, these are the New Wall Gold Detailers. And in my opinion, guys, they alright, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get the job done, but they ain't the best trimmer in my eyes. All right, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some razor work. We just getting everything we did with the trimmer, everything we lined up. We're gonna make sure we get that down to the razor. That way, it's nice and sharp. You know, it lasts our client a little longer, and it just looks cleaner and looks better. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize for the angle of me doing the beard trim, but your boy's going over everything with that razor, anyways. Y'all know what it is, man. We're just trying to get everything super sharp. Once again, guys, I want to say thank y'all for rocking with your boy. We at 10K, man. It really means a lot to me. We're going to keep moving, man. We're going to try to hit 50K here soon, and then we're going to hit 100K, man. Let's go. Y'all make sure to smash that like button. Let's get it. But as y'all can see, man, that cut's looking pretty blurry, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to hit, the bottom of his beard with the shaver and the top of the mustache with the shaver, because I don't like to do it with the blades anymore, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this looks better, and well, not better, but it looks the same. But nonetheless, man, check it out. This is how my boy Ben came into the shop looking. This is the before look. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, if you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbchoppin.com. You can book there. If you want it to be for YouTube, make sure to put that in the comment section. Say, hey, Tank, I want you to record me for YouTube, and I'm gonna do my best to record it. But man, y'all check it out, man. This is the cut. You know what I'm saying? We gave him a nice high taper. Everything's nice, blended, line up the beard, enhancements, the whole nine, man. We took this cut to the next level. We went Super Saiyan on it, you know what I'm saying? Once again, guys, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. We reached 10K. Y'all make sure to hit that post notification bell. That way y'all know when I drop my 10K giveaway video. And with that being said, man, that's basically it, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go. You.